Right now, I'm a community college student, taking 4 college courses and 1 additional high school class. I'm also studying to get my driver's permit, so when I reach a 4-year university, I'll be able to make my way over to the institution. And of course, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and times are changing. But with all that being said, however, I have to say that my years of middle school were arguably the most difficult of my life. You see, when I was around 11, I was experiencing a very difficult transition. I was beginning to realize that I had a lot of creative energy stored inside of me and no real outlet for me to express myself. I had ideas and dreams, visions, and goals, and no way to make it tangible or manifest it the way that I wanted. It caused a lot of emotional turmoil for me, and, as I said before, it became very difficult. However, there's one person that I distinctly remember, one teacher, if I'm being specific, that made this whole ordeal incredibly easy and, in fact, even erased the problem. Of course, now, as a writer and a poet, I still struggle with the occasional writer's block or simple block of creative flow, but this woman, she made it easier for me when I was in middle school. Her name is Christina Leva. When I was in 7th and 8th grade, I took a creative writing class. I realized at that time that I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to write fantasy stories, and I wanted to take a class to do so. Of course, as I said before, I was going through a very difficult time. I had no real way of actually getting down the ideas that I wanted. I was stuck with Mary Sue's and boring plots and climaxes that fell short. But this woman, Christina Leva, she noticed me, and in her kindness, her generosity, and her understanding, she molded me proudly into the writer that I am today. I remember distinctly being in her classroom and her always having a smile on her face, making us cookies or sweets when the holidays came around, showing us movies and clips, keeping it real with us during class. She taught in a way that I never really understood before. Her lesson plans were always so strange and confusing to me at first. I would sit there in class wondering, where are we going with this? She would show us newspaper articles and talk to us about strange concepts I never heard before, like the problems with lotteries or some other weird foreign topic that I never really noticed as an 11-year-old. And then she would relate to us the twist, the sudden change in direction, a fresh new plot that would spring to mind. And all of a sudden I understood. She showed me things about writing I never would have took a glance at. And when she showed me these things, I realized that I liked them. I enjoyed them. And with them, I found an outlet for myself on how to be a better writer and how to keep my readers engaged. Sadly, as I said before, I'm in college now, and I moved away from that middle school. But I'll always reflect on her and think fondly in her memory of her being an amazing teacher and an amazing person to have in the classroom. Without her, I'm not sure where I would be, how frustrated I would have been. So, this speech is to commemorate her, Christina Leva, as a teacher, as a person, and as a friend. Thank you.